Ken, how you doing?
Oh, we're doing okay, Paul. You're about S5 here, and I'm probably not even that loud. How are you doing? How are you copying?
I know he's talking, but I cannot hear him. Can anybody else hear Ken?
Well, let's try it again. KC4SR. Don't know if anybody can copy me right now.
I hear him, W4DWC.
Hey, Denny, could you pick him up, please?
Certainly, KC4SR, Ken in Athens, Georgia. This is W4DWC for net control. Read you loud and clear.
Okay, Teddy, very good. Yeah, well, I'm afraid of that. I wouldn't be able to hit Paul very well because I'm only running 200 watts here, and I'm sure he's running power, and he's only about S5 here in Athens. Anyway, not much going on today here in Athens. I had a dentist appointment in the morning and a doctor's appointment in the afternoon. Picked up a Heil headset, which I'm talking on right now.
Hello?
Today, and got that set up. I think I'm pretty well set up on interfacing this to the radio, and it looks like it's runs pretty close to my desk, so I don't have to make a lot of fiddling adjustments going back between the two, so that's good. Anyway, Denny, other than that, not much else to add, so back to you, KC4SR.
All right, very good, Ken. Ken reports that he's not receiving people very well. You're, I don't know about an S7 here in Durham. He said he's only running 200 watts. 100 watts ought to be 20. But that's just the way the band bounces. He was a masochist today and went both to the dentist and the doctor. And he has a new Heil headset, which I would suggest could use a little more upper end. But other than that, sounds great. Great modulation, but I'd give it a little more treble if I were you. Back to next, W4DWC.
Oh, hey, thank you very much, Denny. I don't know, I'm 50-50 on Heil headsets. I've had some good ones and I've had some bad ones, and the most expensive one has been a bad one, so it's not been so good. But thanks for picking up, Ken, and I think I'm going to be making it a short net tonight. There's not a whole lot of people hanging around, Denny. You may be coming up sooner than you think. Anyway, we're going to clear with KC4SR, May 21st, the anniversary of Lindbergh's 1927 flight across the Atlantic. George, you were alive in 1927, weren't you? Don't you remember Charles Lindbergh flying across the Atlantic in NA3Y, KD809? Oh boy, George, hello, NA3Y. I can't believe he stuck me up. NX2W, KD8NI, can you hear me?
Yeah, you caught me without the headset on. You're up and down, Paul, but I can hear you. How's the return?
Great, you got a great return. I can hear you very well. You're one of the best tonight. You and Bob down in Manassas are competing for the trophy tonight. What's going on?
All right, getting dinner around. Chicken speedies on the grill tonight with a tossed salad, and I bought 12 little neck clams for myself. I'm going to cook those up on the grill too, and wash it all down with my favorite beverage here, which you know what it is. And getting ready for a road trip to the Indian reservation tomorrow and take them some money for a donation there. You know, Paul, if anybody in this country has a gripe, it's those people. It's those people. Well, so, plus, I'll pick up our cigarettes up there, $23.50 a carton. You can't beat that with a stick. 8 miles the other direction in Pennsylvania, they're almost $90 a carton. So it's worth the 2.5-hour drive for me, one way. At any rate, it was 90 here today. I finally turned the central air on. It's getting the house cool. The only heat I'm feeling is rolling off my tubes in the amp here. That's it. But it's getting cooler in here. So outside of that, the band the sun had a little fit earlier, but it's supposed to be quiet for a week, and then, well, the bad part will roll around again. So there it is. Thanks for doing the second hour under adverse conditions, and I'll toss back to you, sir. K88 and 9, November X-ray 2 Whiskey. Thanks, Paul.
Hey, Greg, I agree with you. I think if anybody has anything to complain about, it's definitely the Indians. And I didn't know, I have no, I don't smoke, but I had no idea that cigarettes were $90 carton. I mean, I can't imagine dropping a Washington to buy smokes. That's just incredible. And it has to be taxes if they can sell them on a reservation for under $30. Is the rest of that all taxes? Is that what it is, Greg?
Well, there's no name brand cigarettes on the reservation. They're, the ones I buy are rolled up in Canada, and they are similar to what I used to smoke before the prices went right through the ceiling. So, it's, you know, they're goofy names. They're all Indian cigarettes. There's no Marlboros or Newports. There's none of that up there. And, the reason they're so cheap is because they don't have to pay any federal or state tax, so it's dirt cheap, Paul.
Yeah, that adds up. Do they sell on the reservation? Are they allowed to sell 807s or any other type of beverage like that?
Oh yeah, the liquor and beer stores are all plentiful.
And what are the prices? Just, I mean, for a $70 bottle of bourbon in the liquor store here, what would it go for on the reservation?
Oh, I don't know. I'll have to, if I remember, I'll check that out tomorrow. I don't know. I don't, very rarely do I get into the booze, the liquor. I have a bottle of Tanqueray here that's been sitting here for 2 years. I haven't opened it yet. But, I'll look. The beer, you know, the beer prices for me compared to where we live here are comparable. There's, you know, they're about the same, you know, give or take. But as far as the booze goes, I don't know. But I'll take a peek tomorrow, okay?
Yeah, I appreciate it. Well, just curiosity, what does the six-pack go for in New York these days?
I haven't bought a six-pack in decades. No, not the way we go through them. We buy 30-packs, Paul, 30 packs. So for the stuff that we drink, it's, you know, we'll say $15 a 30-pack for what we drink.
Okay, I guess I guess that's reasonable. I don't know because I can't remember when I bought a 30-pack. I think I did in college, maybe. I'm sure I did in college. But interesting. Okay, well, hey, you know, your buddy is up next. You want to stick around a minute and see if he can hear you and maybe chat with you?
Oh yeah, I'll be here. I got bacon in the kitchen cooking. I got to take a peek at that, but I'll be listening. NX2W. Thanks, Paul.
Hey, thanks, Greg. Okay, V3SU, are you there? NX2W just went in to check his bacon, but I thought you might want to talk with him. Paul, are you there?
Sure am. Hi, Greg. How you doing? Are you hearing me okay, Greg?
Oh, yeah, you're 10 plus, Paul.
How about you, Paul, y'all?
What?
What?
I can hear you fine, Paul.
I'm glad. It's just like a Verizon commercial. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Not much going on. It's really warm up here. We were in the high 80s today, and the lake's dead flat calm again. We're going to get a good storm sooner or later out of this. There's no question about it. But all in all, not a bad day up here. That's all I got for you, brother.
Okay, well, not much else going on down here. 84 degrees. We didn't have any of that really warm stuff. Denny bought a huge load of Coors. Oh, Denny, I can remember those days. Coors was like liquid gold. I mean, if you were on your floor, you just yelled down, "I got Coors for sale." You could make up the money that you spent to go out and get it and still turn a profit, which is just crazy. I know a guy that took a Volkswagen Beetle, but I think he had to drive farther than Kansas to get it. This is like back in '72 or something. He literally just stuffed the Volkswagen and the roof rack that was on it with Coors. He tarped it so the cops wouldn't catch him. He was afraid of getting busted. But he made he made up for that and more. So, oh my, excuse me. Let's see if George is there. NA3W, George, are you there?